what we at Worthmore do as a kind of unique incentive is that we partner with some leading NGOs and organizations. Here in Denmark is our launch market, but that allow us to quickly and easily allow you to donate the value of your used phones to support causes such as cleaning the sea and reforestation efforts. What this means is that for a lot of people, one of the main reasons was it's not really worth my time for the money I'm going to get. Maybe you get 100 krona, 200 krona, 15, 30 euros, something like that for your device. And you say, I'll just leave it there and it's not really worth it, right? But when you kind of combine the effect of 15 or 30 euro donations to, say, cleaning the seas times 1.5 or 2.5 million phones each year as a possibility, you can start to see, there's actually, we could be directing a lot of funds towards these organizations that are doing great work around the world. And that was kind of where we try to connect the dot and build this sort of company that there's a business model around doing good. And that's one of our key missions as a company as well.
That's it. And what's the reaction been from consumers so far?
Yeah, so I think there's always a few questions when any company tries to do good. I think it's met with initial skepticism, especially when it's a startup, right? And one of the things we like to say is that with a lot of organizations, when you donate, there's admin costs, there's all of these kind of things that normally your donation never ends up being a sort of full donation towards the cause. One of the things that we have a unique advantage is we're not getting cash, we're actually getting a smartphone. And with these devices, we're able to repair them and refurbish them and sell them for more money. So by making them worth more, we're able to kind of convert the phones and cover our admin costs and make the larger impact with the donation.
Why is this sustainability and purpose so important to you?
I think that what I realized is that as an entrepreneur, you sort of have this ability and mindset to bring people together towards a common vision. And I feel I'm pretty good at that, actually, like getting a bunch of talents and putting them together and building something. And I thought that to myself during the start of Corona, while I was sitting there and analyzing everything, that I should be using my powers of influence and vision and building stuff to do good in the world.
In 50 years, 70 years, there's not going to be a world for our children and grandchildren as well. We see climate change. Most people in the world see climate change every day without realizing consequences. And it's only going to get worse, sadly.
You start to realize the gap in a lot of these things is money and awareness, and those kind of go hand in hand, right? So, I mean, when it comes to sustainability and climate change, I think one of the big things is climate change is something, people can argue one way or the other, is that, how much of humans did this or there's all these kind of things that people can say. But one of the things you can't really dispute is the misuse of resources, so I think that's one of the areas within sustainability that I feel more passionately about, because I just see that no matter which way you spin it, you putting 45,000 kilograms of a certain mineral and metal in your drawer and just ignoring it and not seeing it as an issue is just inherently not a sustainable business practice.